How's it going, Sir Patrick? Sir Patrick McMillan, Sir Patrick. Kirkpatrick. I'm gonna put these wheels in motion. Gonna let nothing stand in my way when the going gets tough. Then tough get go. I'm already going, so fuck you. It's a bit windy, right? Try and get away from the. Got so half an hour. The video diary that goes on and on and on and on. My Denon. I've got to get to work in half an hour. So make this count. Make this the best 10 minutes of your life. Yeah. That's what it is. I was. I've got a Denon. I couldn't even hook it up. I was going. There's another one I could do, right? For a non-existent audience, just plonk the phone down, play the music and do a fucking live workout for 2 hours. How do you like that? Dickheads. No you dickheads, but dickheads that are you're fucking crazy. I am crazy for. I've done that thing over and over and again. I think it's getting a bit old. I need to break free of that. Let go. I'm letting go. Fuck you. You know what I mean? I didn't have to go. I'll talk about the kind of like, oh, they're crazy, it's what they made me think all I want, right? You know, but it's just wanting people to meet you, like even 10% of where you are would be nice, wouldn't it? So if they're not going to do that, I'll talk to this fucking lamppost. What's it like, lamppost? Are you enjoying yourself? You're shining down on it all. The people that come past you to say, don't shine. You weren't made to shine, were you? Yeah. Is that too cliche? Is that naive? Yeah. Well, you try and do what I've done, right? Okay. Those detractors, yeah. Well, I'm chasing detractors, yeah. That was funny. That was a good one. I could, I bumped into someone. Cyclist dude, remember saying about bumped to the cyclist dude at the. Is this wrong? Is this wrong as well? Local heroes. Well, we try our best, Try and serve the fucking community. Kirkpatrick McMillan was a cycling pioneer, a local blacksmith. He invented the first self-propelled cycle. That's good. It's actually exactly the way. See, it's exactly the same as leg. There's no cranks, and I suppose that's the point. It was self-propelled, wasn't it? So before they had the cranks, I don't know the history of it. I'm no Bradley Wiggins that looks into history. That was Norman with Eddie Merckx, wasn't it? That's good. He's got a book called Half Man, Half Machine, Eddie Merckx. Well, that's old-fashioned, though, isn't he? Still alive. Living legend, he's still alive. 5 times Tour de France winner, holder of the hour record, and da-da-da. Terry was saying, this is one, right? Terry was saying, he was really, and I know this isn't slagging Terry off and saying, oh, fuck you, Terry, no. You take what people say and you go, I'll buy into that as much as I want to buy into it, because he's saying, oh, he's naturally, just supremely natural, talented, plus that, right? But you go, talent means fuck all. It's about what you do with it. Faith without works is dead, right? So the Aubry thing, I mean, I'm quoting the legends of the sport here. What did Aubry say? There were other people that were more talented than me, but I was just determined to, I'll fucking kill myself. I'll kill myself, literally. I'll go into the pain cave greater than the other guy did. And he did, so I think I can do that. Because I've already done that. I remember when I was like, I think it was about 16, 17, and I copied one of his training techniques, right? One of what he would do is, right, to quote him in that documentary, right, he'd put it in the biggest gear, which is big ring, smallest cog. This is a 50 by 11, so it's a close to a 52-12, but the old bikes were 52, bigger gear, so 52-12, roughly the same. He'd put it on that, and he'd put it in the biggest gear, which is more or less, to quote him, more or less the same as doing weight training. So I'd put it in this huge gear and go up hills in Scotland, and for me that tends to work, put overload, strength training. So imagine that. So try it yourself, right? You put it in the biggest gear on the bike and go up, say, Winnie Hill, and your pedals just go, like that, right? I did that when I was like 16, 17, and then I remember it was like a week later I went out on the bike, and again, your younger body, you're comparing the way I am now to then, you go, I remember that, the improvement a week later, I was like, just like, whoa, so much more. So, you know what I mean? It's really quite, we know what we have to do, you know, and it's only November. But, you know, stuff like that, just being engaged. It's a beautiful plasticine ball that we're, you know, dealing with here, playing with. And again, a day just the athletic achievement. Well, a day the athletic achievement and go into a huge depression and lose years like Graham O'Brien did. Or will I learn from the greats and go, I'm not going to let other folks bullshit perceptions, or you're fucking crazy for talking at 1,000,000 miles an hour, you're talking to yourself, you're fucking crazy, right? I'm not going to I'm going to own it. Own the space I'm in, own what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't need to care what anyone thinks, right? So that's taking shit on, isn't it? Learning. It's like, didn't get involved in depression. Why do you give a fuck what anyone else thinks? Hello, whose life is it? It's my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I don't know if I could sing. That was shit. It's not about just doing it, is it? Just do it, just finish it. How about that? Just finish it. Decide you're going to do. So have a goal. Right, I'll put on a show at Dumfries Theatre Row and do the athletic achievement and do the other stuff and do this and have a successful YouTube channel and have a TikTok. Right, so write it down. How are we going to do that? And then the brain, doesn't it? It looks at all the things, the problems, issues, and it goes, how are we going to manifest that? Right, sit down with a little notepad like we learned at fucking school. You know, but I'm no schooling anyone else. If someone else doesn't buy into my vision, Queen Freddie Mercury, right? I don't give a fuck. Do I look like I give a fuck? Yeah. I don't know if I could do a fucking show at the Dumfries Theatre Row. I'm all talk. I think you'll find that some of these people are, as I say, to quote, I'm just taking the same thing, theme and variation. They're languishing and I'm winning, right? Why would you not want to learn from a born winner? Okay? That's already succeeded in multiple areas and is going to continue doing that. And age is fuck all, because you don't stop. That wasn't me, by the way. Okay, Dragon Suit. Yeah, don't be crabs in the bucket. Well, keep going. Crabs in the bucket mentality. I don't want you, Dave. That's why we shit on Dave. I don't want you to outrank me, right? Well, what are you doing? Are you not focused on what you do? Why should you? The mentality. The crabs in the bucket mentality. Pull down Dave to make me feel better. Why don't you rise up to Dave? Okay? And ask him some questions. That's what I've done my whole life. Try to learn from folk. I think if, you know, learn from folk, implement some of the things that you've taught me, use it, manifest the thing. Yeah, what else is there in this life, you know? Of course, social interactions, the people that you meet and the glorious, you know. But like I say, it's kind of like for example, right? This show. Oh, isn't it great? How look at the confidence I've got. That's great, isn't it? So even if I aim for these things and it doesn't quite happen the way I want, I'll be making sure that it happens. You think I'm fucking the way I want to. You think one of these movie directors goes, oh, I think he'll just like no take it that seriously. I think he'll just like plitter around, or will actually sit down and go, no, it's my name on the fucking plaque, so I think I'll make it the best it can be, yeah. Because reputation. But to quote myself, I've said before, everywhere I go, I've got a good reputation. So I just have to cycle along this thing and pass people with the great, you know, poise, grace, style, presence, authority of any of these other folk, and folk will go, oh, there's Dave the Rave, his bobble hat, aye, cool. So, do you know what I mean? As I said before, I ain't dating the thing. Dating the awesome display would be a little bit of I don't know whether it would be a letdown. Again, scientific method. Would it be a letdown? Because it wouldn't quite be, you know, you're reaching for something that, you know, in the doing of it, would it be as good? Well, as my vision told me it was going to be, well, like some of the stuff I've done so far, you go, some of the stuff I've done actually exceeded expectations. So again, just extrapolating, why wouldn't why wouldn't I be able to exceed expectations? Again, if you aim really high, then I think aim for greatness, you might end up with excellence, you know what I mean? That's what it is, yeah. Honouring King David, he left the Devil's Matrix quite a long time ago. Signing out, yeah.